Okay, it's day 2, Romford Horror Festival. My name's Peter. I'm here to talk to some of our filmmakers behind some of the films we've just seen in Short Film Showcase 2. We need to change that name for next year, because I can't say it. Would you like to just introduce yourself, please, and the film of yours that we've just seen?
Yes, I am Chamberlain, and I co-wrote, co-produced, and starred in Raw Chemistry.
Hello. Hello everyone, I am Luigi Scarpa from Italy, and I am a writer and director of IVI ELV, the first short film, and we are very tired because in this morning I come out from Italy at 6 o'clock. Okay.
Welcome. Thank you for coming to Romford.
Hello everyone, I'm Alessandro, I'm the producer of the IVI ELV film, so I'm a little bit tired too.
Lovely. Thank you so much for coming, all three of you. Yeah, round of applause. I like this. This is good. Let's start. Easy question. Where did the idea behind your film first come from? Cara, do you want to go first?
Yes, my co-writer, Sarah Sawyer-McCarthy, who was our director, and I have known each other for a long time, and it came out of a friend catch-up where we were just having coffee and sort of talking about debriefing what was happening in the news. This was about 3 years ago, and there was just this huge rise in reports of violence against women, and everything was happening in the US that was sort of building up. I'm Canadian, by the way. She's American. And it was sort of building toward what we now see in terms of the change in women's bodily autonomy. And we were just having a friend chat, and I went, how do we deal with this as artists? What can we do? We left that conversation, and an hour later she phoned me and she said, I think it's a comedy story and I think it has zombies. and then 2 years of writing and rewriting just kind of flew by, and the next thing we knew we'd written a zombie rom-com.
Nice. Rom-com zom.
Yeah.
You guys know it, Luigi?
Yes, IVI ELV is a very particular film for me because it's my third short film, and it was very particular because before shooting for this film, and sorry for my bad English, I researched for 1 year because I wanted to do a film about the fear or obsession of the people, okay? So I do a lot of study on the phobias, worms, or all blood or claustrophobia, and at the end the fierce director, okay, of the death. And I wanted to tell a story about people fears, and very important with imagery and with the power of the images, because this film there are a lot of dialogue, okay, only at the end, and for me this is the idea of a film, because I like do psychological histories about horror films, and I want that people that see this kind of film in the dark space captured by the images and the power of the images, and is a kind of experiment or psychological film, and I wanted this, and I am very happy for the result, because it all artisanal film, all even worms here of the actor is real. 1 year, half 1 years only to shoot this kind of, but for me it's okay. I am very happy.
Alessandro, how did you first become involved with the project or working with Luigi?
So I knew Luigi for a while. I think it's like 10 years I work with him, and since the very beginning I was with him in all the shooting stuff, in all the 3 movies that he direct and write. So I think I'm the one who give him the first push to become a filmmaker, because Luigi is a great shooter, but he had this idea for the first one, and I pushed him. I said, let's go, let's do it. And this is the first one with a really big production, respect from the first, but it's a small production because, like he said, is a really small production. We really take care of every single detail by ourselves, by our team, by our friends, by our families. So yeah, that's. I think that the result that brought us here is just enough for us, and we aim to do better. And yes, in this one particularly film, I'm the one who do the research for the maggots.
Okay.
Like I was at the phone. It's a really fun story. It was at the phone. So maybe I take 1 pound, 3 pounds. I don't know. We had to do the shooting.
Right.
So fun fact.
Yeah.
Yes. Like this.
Cara, what's your proudest moment when you see this film up there? Because you're actually seeing yourself as well. What is there a particular moment or a shot that you're really, really happy with?
Oh, that's a hard question. I have seen this film so many times now, and every time I just love it so deeply.
Good. That's nice to hear.
Yeah,
a lot of people are quite critical of themselves, but that's nice to hear.
It took a little bit. Definitely when we went into post and we're editing it, I had to have a few moments of like, oh, why did my face do that? But I think that's just the vanity of being an actor, and I've come to take a bigger step back, and I love the story. I think in terms of just my own performance, my favorite moment is the little squeal when I turn around with a little note from the date, and I think because on set that day, no one knew where that came from. It just was the first thing out of my mouth, and otherwise, I do really like the zombie, the old man zombie, chasing me down the street. I think that is the funniest shot because it's me in these insanely high heels. I had to practice for hours to not just like trip.
Right.
So I'm trying really hard to run away, and he had to try and like make it look like he was actively chasing me while going really slow. So yeah, I always get tickled by that scene.
Nice. Luigi, what's one moment of the film you're very proud of?
So the very particular moment for this film, and more or less at the end of the first part of the film, when there is the creator that come in front of the camera, and for this particular scene there is an artisanal mechanism. My friends and colleagues, from my country, birth country, 1 month of work to build this construction. That when I see, because I live and work in Milan, North Italy, and this film shooting at South Italy, where is my original country, and all people that work at this film build this construction that is very. I don't know how they build it, and this is very important because when I see this image and at cinema, because for the first screening of this film I go with Alessandro to a big cinema in Milan, and for the first time I see these images, and when I say, oh, okay, this is wonderful, and for this I think that the creation of the people and the organization of the people, professionals and friends, all in the same team. This is the difference, because when you do a short film is a product of a lot of people that behind in the idea as you, and this is the top for me.
Same question for you, Alexandra. Is there a moment in there you think, we really nailed that?
Very selfish answer, because I did a little cameo. So
big yourself up, why not? Go for it.
So the final scene, I am one of the 4 cultists. So that scene in particular.
At the cemetery.
Do we have any audience questions at this moment? Pop your hand up and one of us go. Yeah, go for it. Just.
Was he implied meant to imply lesbian, like you being bisexual, like in both, or was that just an interpretation I had? Like, did it imply? In the last question, it says, don't never trust a zombie, but do trust something before a zombie. So was that meant to imply that you're bi and like
That is a really good question. It wasn't, but it was also open. I think the main point in that storytelling was that we wanted this woman who was very, very set on her heteronormative fantasy world, which was very quickly crumbling around her, goes on kind of her last ever first date and discovers a much more meaningful connection with someone. And whether that's friendship, sisterhood, best friendship, romantic connection, that wasn't really important to the story. What was important was that she comes out of there with the connection and with the support system and with with her person, just like she wanted, but it wasn't who she thought it was going to be. So a little bit open-ended on that one, but intentionally. Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I've got one.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
With both of your films, why did you feel horror was the right genre for the story you wanted to tell, and feel like the message you wanted to get across?
Why did you think horror was the right genre for your films? That's to both of you. Luigi, Alessandro, do you want to start first?
This is a very big and important question, because I think that in the life I think in a very important message. Horror and reality is more horror than reality. We are living in a period, in historical period, very strong and even dangerous. And for this reason, it's horror is a very powerful instrument to tell a story, and you can use the fiction, the fiction to say very strong message. And I like so much this kind of language, and because when I was a child, I liked horror. I have a lot of horror as a tattoo. My first horror film was Dracula, Bram Stoker, and when I was old years, and I don't know if happened anything, but in this moment I think, wow, this is very strong for me. Horror is my life.
Horror is not my life, which may not surprise you since you watched a rom-com that I made that featured zombies. And so it was actually really initially a little bit daunting to step into the horror space, but we just knew so confidently that this metaphor we were playing with of a zombie virus infecting men and causing them to be dangerous in ways that were unpredictable was a really important way to discuss the narrative of women's safety, especially women's safety in day-to-day life. We wanted to show a woman working alone, a woman walking down the street, a woman going on a first date, and find a way to discuss the danger of that through metaphor. And so we did a lot of research. We watched a lot of zombie films. We had long chats about how this virus could work, and through that, I've discovered a real love of how horror can blend into other genres, and how it can become funny, it can become scary, it can become romantic. Like, horror kind of sprinkles over top of things so beautifully in a way that I hadn't appreciated until I made this film. So, am I a convert? To be seen. But it was, yeah, it was really fun, and it was always going to be zombies.
Alessandro, did you have anything to add? Or you okay?
Well, I mean, horror is like a box genre. You can mix it with romance, as Luigi said. He quotes Dracula from Bram Stoker by Coppola, so you can find romance too. You can find the dumbest comedy with an horror nuance. I think it's a really a good box to fill in with your nuance. If you want to be scary, if you want to be more psychological, if you want to be with an actor, with the zombies that always has more people on the screen. You can bend it in your hand and see what happens. I think that with this short movie we see the variety of nuance that horror could give. So And then we are really big fan of the genre too. So.
Yeah, okay.
Cara, one for you. What's something you learnt, either about the filmmaking process or about yourself, if you want, when you made through making this film? What's something you learnt about?
The filmmaking process is a steep learning curve. So I learned a lot. This was our first short, and I learned how expensive zombies are. We had a...
How much does a zombie cost?
Well, we hired an incredible SFX makeup artist, but then we had to discuss the prosthetic, and we had to have multiple prosthetics. So we were filming over multiple days and everything around that, and I thought, oh my god, of course you have to have more than one zombie, like you said. Can't just have one zombie, because that's never as exciting. So yeah, little things like that where I really began to appreciate, oh my gosh, there's so much nuance and detail that you have to consider. And I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself embodying these themes that I think as a woman, it's been a very empowering process to step into already a very male-dominated industry, which is the entertainment industry, but to come in as not only an actor and a writer, but as one of the lead producers. We had an incredible team. We had 50% sort of gender divide, and had a lot of female and non-binary people in the team as well. And we had some amazing men who were very supportive of this feminist dream. So yeah, it just really gave me a vision of what inclusivity in the industry can look like, which I'm excited to keep working toward.
Great. You guys?
So this film is for me important because I learned a very important things. When you have a small production, okay, you have a lot of problems. Okay, so we have done this film in January, South Italy, in the mountain. The actress only for little shorts, and it's very, very, very cold. For the important scene in the mountain when the killer won't kill the girl, there are a lot of rain, and the cinematography, that is a very old man important in Italy, because I worked with Ermanno Olmi in the past, and he tell me, oh Luigi, no good idea to shoot this in this moment. We go out and we return because it's very cold, and I remember that moment, because if we go out of the mountain, I don't do the film, okay? And in that moment, as director, I say, Luigi, go. We shot this scene, and at the operator, I never go stop. As a neorealistic film and the scene, all that actors done, it's real, because there is the rain, all of, and at the end, I say, oh wow, guys, thank you very much. And if you have a very big production, no problem, we shoot tomorrow on another day. But we come from Milan to South Italy, okay, for a few days, and you do in few days, and in all particular scene. And this is, for me, very important.
Okay, nice one. Anything? No? Okay.
We're going to have to leave it there because we're running out of time. But thank you so much for coming and joining us and travelling and submitting your film, and best of luck with your future projects. Can we have a round of applause, please, for our filmmakers?
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.